ETH pains.
Hey folks, welcome to another Print and Paint Kickstarter Countdown. I have 14 campaigns to share with you this week, so let's get into it. Able Company. Metal 28mm Classic Movie Minis by Sally Forth of the United Kingdom, their 12th Kickstarter campaign. Sometimes the world needs a few good men and women. Sometimes only super soldiers will do. Able Company consists of 8 minis in 2 sets of 4. Also available are 20 other sets of 4 from previous campaigns inspired by classic movies. You can get just Able Company, any 6 packs shown here, or all 22. This campaign ends on March 15th, with rewards expected in June. Les Muses, Lillith and La Boîte à Bijoux. Limited edition 80mm resin miniatures by Golem Miniatures of France, their 10th Kickstarter campaign. This set includes 2 new sculpts based on classic paintings. The first is La Boîte à Bijoux by Guillaume Signac, sculpted by Christina Katunina. Another new sculpt is Lillith, painted by John Collier and sculpted here by Gail Gaumont. There are 6 or 7 more from previous campaigns available as well, including Lady Godiva and La Grande Odalisque. You can get Lillith or La Boîte à Bijoux individually or together, and you can also get all 9 that are shown on the page. This campaign ends on April 7th, with rewards expected in September. Sci Fi Space Dwarves 28mm white metal minis by Macrocosm of the United Kingdom, their 20th Kickstarter campaign. Space Dwarves are back, this time with 5 officers, a servitor, and a warwalker with 5 different head options. All the old sculpts, the Command Squad, Troopers, Thunder Squad, Special Weapon Troopers, Berserker, and Commissar are all available again as well. You can get the 5 officers and servitor, that plus 3 warwalkers, or you can get everything new and old, 32 altogether I think. This campaign ends on March 28th, with rewards expected in May. Dragonbond, Battles of Valerna expansion. 2 new 3D printable armies for their previously kickstarted RPG by Draco Studios of Mexico, their 4th Kickstarter campaign. This set includes 2 new armies totaling more than 40 new models. The Nahuac are a coalition of shape-shifting animal folk with a common respect for the balance of nature, and the Ysval are humans who call their alliance holy. Though some of them ride griffins, so I'm happy letting them say what they like. Previous armies from Alaria and Tiberia are also available, as well as a terrain pack. You can get the 2 new sets, all 4 with the terrain, and optionally some great worms, and you can also get your likeness as a character in their world. This campaign ends on March 31st, with rewards expected in April. Modern Day Survivors, 3D printable pop culture minis from Colossal Miniatures of the United States. Their first Kickstarter campaign, though they have a popular Patreon campaign you can check out as well. In fact, these Modern Day Survivors were originally monthly Patreon rewards, but they have been reimagined here with a little twist. What if they didn't survive? Get 25 Modern Day Survivors plus an additional 25 zombie versions being unlocked in the stretch goals. Just 1 tier gets you everything? This campaign ends on April 9th, with rewards expected the same month. Loot Cities, 3D printable sci-fi buildings and terrain by Alexandros Stamateas of Greece, their 16th Kickstarter campaign. From tiles and bunkers all the way to stargates and stellar observatories, This expansive set contains everything you need to create an immersive sci-fi city for your players. There is a DIY platform building set and quite a few more treats in the stretch goals as well. You can get the core set plus unlocked stretch goals, the core set plus all stretch goals. There is a commercial license available, and other tiers where you can pick up previous campaigns. This campaign ends on March 26th, with rewards expected in April. Creatures of Many Eyes. Printed and printable creatures for your tabletop by Red Bard Games of Spain, their second Kickstarter campaign. Included in the set are the creature, 8 petrified adventurers who set eyes upon it, a sentinel, mirror of farsight, spy eye, scatter eyes, and wandering eyes. There's an undead creature in the stretch goals, as well as a couple yet to be revealed. You can get the whole set digitally, or pick and choose which physical ones you would like from the add-ons. This campaign ends on March 25th, with digital rewards expected in April and physical in June. Marvellous Market Stalls. 3D printable market stalls and scatter terrain by Role Model Minis of the United Kingdom, their first Kickstarter campaign. This set includes 5 different market stalls for your players to frequent. There's a blacksmith, the alchemist, the grocer, the weaponsmith, and a scholar. Each set coming with scatter terrain relevant to their trade. There's a carpenter tile, cobblestone streets, and more in the stretch goals. You can get the whole set either pre-supported or unsupported, and there is also a merchant license available. This campaign ends on April 14th, with rewards expected the same month. Dogs of War. Free companies. Mercenary miniatures for your tabletop by Dogs of War of Spain, their first Kickstarter campaign. The Free Company is a band of battle-hardened mercenaries, each with their own style, ready to sell their sword to your players, or perhaps against them. These 7 soldiers have friends and alternative sculpts awaiting unlocking in the stretch goals. You can get the core set with any unlocked alternate sculpts, or with all unlocked stretch goals. This campaign ends on April 11th, with rewards expected the same month. Siege of the Smallfolk, a range of fantasy miniatures by Troll Trader of the United Kingdom, their second Kickstarter campaign. This is 4 sets of minis with a set of scenery to go with it. There's goblins, halflings, ogres, and 6 dragons. The goblins, halflings, and ogres are separated into command squads, battalions, and armies, with individual units available as well. They are listed as resin, but not whether they are printed or cast, and some of the terrain looks like MDF. You can get one of the dragons, one of the command squads, one of the battalions, one of the armies, all of the dragons, or all of the minis together. The terrain must only be available as add-ons. This campaign ends on April 2nd, with rewards expected in November. To the Mummy's Tomb, a Halfling expedition. 8 metal 28mm miniatures from Midlam Miniatures of the United Kingdom, their 29th Kickstarter campaign. On an expedition to the scorching Southlands to contact fellow Halflings with the aim of swapping stories and recipes, Sir Monty Bunsworth, Lady Amelia Cakehart, Estalia Gravegood, and Fomo Barrowblight may have cooked up a little trouble. Amin Hotpie, Cockhanatut, and their halfling mummies aren't interested in sharing. You can get 2 minis, all 8 minis, or 2 of each for 16 total. This campaign ends on April 11th, with rewards expected in May. Tartaro 2, 3D printable terrain by Atisbo Studios of Spain, their 3rd Kickstarter campaign. This is 2 sets, orc and goblin themed huts and scatter terrain, and a set of skull themed stairs with a couple other bits of scatter terrain, and a few more in the stretch goals. You can get the huts, or the huts and the skull steps. Both come with stretch goals, and there is also a commercial license available. This campaign ends on April 11th, with rewards expected in May. Innsmouth Investigators, 3D printable Lovecraftian minis by Adavi Creations of Spain, their 1st Kickstarter campaign. This set includes 15 minis, a motley crew of 6 investigators in a 1920s aesthetic, and some timeless cultists and deep ones to chase them through the night. Lovecraft himself, optionally as a cultist, is in the stretch goals. You can get the investigators or deep ones separately or together, and you can also get a merchant's license. This campaign ends on April 8th, with rewards expected in May. Mystic Realms Act 4, Bitter Water of Mairi Lake. 3D printable tiles, terrain, and creatures from Mystic Realms of the United States, their 7th Kickstarter campaign. This set comes in 4 parts. There's a set of 3 creatures in 3 poses each, a set of 33 6x6 inch wetland tiles, a set of 5 tall cypress trees, and a set of 3 rafts. Everything you need to lead your players on an ill-fated shortcut through the Forbidden Swamps. Just 1 tier for everything. This campaign ends on April 4th, with rewards expected the same month. That's all for this week. There will be a new Patreon preview out this weekend, so check back then for more, and thanks for watching.